Good morning. It's Friday and time for our wonderful devotional. I pray you had a great week and looking forward to an awesome weekend. I know I'm getting excited about it. Most of you know I walk very, very early in the morning. It's still dark out there. And the other day as I was walking, I looked up at the moon and there was this big old bright star next to it. And I was wondering, what in the world? But I realized that it really wasn't a star. I found out later on it was the planet Venus that is standing up there, and reminded me of what God was doing there. But I thought about the Star of Bethlehem. You know, as I looked at that, it reminded me, it's December, there's the Star of Bethlehem, and how that star guided the wise men to the birth of Jesus, the birth of God's Son and our Messiah. And it made me think about that, and remember how God keeps His promises. It's a reminder that God keeps His promises. That God moves in accord. He's faithful, He's just, He's righteous, but He's trustworthy, He's dependable. And those promises can be, just as the star guided them and affirmed the promises that the Messiah was coming, God uses His promises to guide us. He can use His promises to direct us. He can use His promises to encourage us. And He can bring hope to us. It can light our path. It can give us direction. And it provides something in us that keeps us inspired to what God is doing. Those promises, and some of those promises I thought about was, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Or maybe the promise, I know the plans I have for you. You know, the promises that God is always going to watch over us and be a part of our life and do good for us. So I just want to encourage us, you know, this Christmas season, we're going to be celebrating Jesus. It'll be the Star of Bethlehem. You know, and you'll look at that, but think about the star as a promise that God keeps His promises. So as you navigate life, as we walk through life, that we can come back to the promises and let that be a guiding light to us. That God is faithful, God is dependable, God is trustworthy, and we can count on Him and His unconditional love for us. And so I just want to encourage us this Christmas season, as you see the star, think about the promises of God. He's faithful to you, just as He was to the wise men. He's faithful to you. So I just want to encourage you this Christmas. Come around Sunday, we're going to have a great time here as we look at God, the Christmas story, and we're going to investigate it. How about the innkeeper? What an interesting character he might have been. So we're going to have a good time with that. So I just want to encourage you, have a great weekend. Enjoy God's blessings. I'll see you Sunday in person and online, wherever you're at. Take a time to visit with us and to see what God has in store for you. God bless you. Love you.